So this is going to be more of just an exploration video. I'm not going to really say anything about where I'm at for a very good reason. But what we're doing out here today is we're looking for onatites, which is it's uranium. This is a former uranium mine, so that's why I'm not going to be putting the GPS and any of that info in. So what we're looking for today out here is a yellow green rock. Unfortunately, I don't have a Geiger counter, but we're finding some interesting things so far. There's a fair amount of mica up here. It's pretty silver mica, some books of it. So kind of plan for today is to really investigate the area, pick up at least a sample of every type of rock that we can see, and yeah, just kind of scope the area out. And eventually, if people are interested, maybe we'll get a Geiger counter off of eBay. We can test those samples. We can come back to this area here and test this whole area. Go for it. Sarah loves ice water.
How deep is it? What if I fall?
Don't fall. I smell skunk. It smells a little skunky.
I don't. It's pretty if I was stuck in it.
Gonna look at that rocky outcropping right there. You know, this isn't really a rock hounding trip. This is explore the area and see if we can't get some radioactive samples. Definitely some greenish rock here. So when you look at the museum quality samples of this, I'll put a picture in. It doesn't look anything like this, but that doesn't mean anything. Museum quality samples are just that for a reason. It's not going to be 100% of what you find. Sarah, you'll have a radiation ball fight? I would say that there's probably, what, 20 different types of rock in this pit, in these quarries?
The kid said you gotta dig for it.
What?
That kid said you gotta dig for it.
So much different stuff here. Well, I think I should head back to the pond, and I'm going to take the rock hammer down there and smash away at it a little bit. Probably won't show up on the GoPro. It'll be a good thing for photos later. Those little green crystals there. I know in this area, people have said that it can be found in host granite. So I'm just gonna pick away over here. Well, I mean, it looks like all of this was built up here. And then what? That's like...
Oh, like the entrance down there?
No, there was never a mined shaft in any way. But what I'm wondering if this was meant to divert water. So like there's a channel cut through here and you can kind of see this depression as it works its way into that pond.
To be old, there's some big trees grown up in there.
That's like a cast iron pipe. Huh. This could be potentially a good place to come back to metal detect.
Yeah. And the ground's not frozen.
Yeah. Come out here and be like, look at all these bullet casings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, metal detect a bunch of bullet casings.
I think there's Geiger counters on Amazon. Definitely all over eBay.
Yeah. That seems sketchy. How do you know if it's actually working?
Well, there's like, I think little tests where it's like a known radioactive sample and you can test your Geiger counter to it. And I think there's also like labs where if you really want to nerd out about it, you can send your Geiger counter to and they'll do like a calibration on it. Yeah. I don't know. I think this is just a clearing from the logging operation. Just right, pond, green rock. Man, I wish I had a Geiger counter right now to be able to like check every single thing out here rather than packing out half a bucket. Oh, come on, you can get it.
Too far from here.
No, you got it. There's a little hole out in the ice and there's a lot of pine cones out there.
I don't know. 100?
Yeah, you threw a fair amount of pine cones out there.
Not that many. Look at the ground. It's littered with pine cones.
These piles out here in the woods just keep going and going. I think I already said this, but I'm not going to be giving out the GPS to this uranium mine for potentially obvious reasons, I guess. I mean, you know, it's one thing to give out a cool spot to get petrified wood. It's another thing to say where you can go find radioactive material. I guess if somebody is smart, they could probably figure it out. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not too excited.
Well, it's not, doesn't have to be exciting. It has to be radioactive. So that's what we have. Not much, but I think a good representation of what's out here. So we're gonna head back and I'll try to figure out a way of testing this stuff. We are back in the shop, and what you're looking at is a Geiger counter that I picked up. This is the GMC 300. So, you know, essentially inside here, right in there, there's a tube, and that's what gathers the radiation or whatever. I'm not an expert on this. I'm still learning this aspect of rockhounding. So let's fire it up. And we can obtain a baseline reading. I have not actually tested any of the samples. You'll see that this will start to click up here, and we will end up at our baseline. This thing did come with this little card, which is pretty cool. You can see there, we're doing counts per minute, so 5 to 50 is kind of like your normal background. Seems like people in this area, based on what I've researched, you could be in the 20s, 15, 20, totally cool. 50 to 90, not, maybe you might want to, well, you can read right there. Once you're in the 1,000, 2,000, it could be a little bit of a problem. I think we're pretty good here. So I haven't checked any of the samples yet, but let's grab a known radioactive sample that I have that I tested it through the jar and was a little, well, I was a little surprised. It's actually sitting outside now, and it's probably going to live outside from here on out. Let me go grab that. So what we have here, let me turn this off actually. We have here is 2 uranium ore samples that were mailed to me by someone, and I did not realize how hot these were. So we're gonna test this with the lid off actually. Where will it land? So already that card said over 1,000 is very high. We will wait until this stops. Yeah, this is not little too hot for my likings, actually. I'm gonna let this sit here, and we'll see where it ends up. So right there, we're floating around 4,000, which that's a lot of radiation coming off of these samples. So clearly the Geiger counter here works. Let's check out the samples that we picked up from the mine. Got 2 piles of rocks here. Oop, still getting used to this thing. So, nothing super hot. There's a couple of pieces over here where I was getting in the 30s, upper 30s. And just like this card says, 5 to 50 is considered normal, a safe thing to have. And that should be expected for most ores. Maybe this is the piece. That should be kind of expected, that you're going to have pretty low-grade samples and stuff. But if this is something that you find interesting, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll head back to that mine. We'll bring the new Geiger counter with us, and we will take some background radiation samples from the actual mine, and then we can test some other stuff, like scoop some water out of the ponds, test some different rocks out there, and possibly start digging around for a hotter piece, which that would be kind of cool. So, as always, thanks for watching my videos. I hope you found this informative and enjoyable to watch. And yeah, leave a comment down below if this is the type of thing that you're into. Have a good day.